So, guys, at one point in time, the Lakers had just won 21 games. Kobe Bryant was retiring, and D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle were not superstars yet in the league. That year, the Lakers, after the Boston Celtics got the third pick, did end up with the second pick that year, which was not a bad choice for the Lakers. That year, they did, of course, draft Brandon Ingram, the star who's projected to be the second pick and was compared mostly to Kevin Durant for his size and how tall he was. But this turned out not to be a bad deal, with a backcourt that could look scary in the future if they can all return to they want to, like Julius Randle could become a star, and so could D'Angelo Russell. But the Lakers sucked that year, only winning 17 games, which pretty much tarnished the Lakers' reputation at that point in time. Luke Walton even quotes saying, "We're gonna get a second pick," which was odd that they did. That year they did see improvement from Brandon Ingram, as the rookie averaged 9.4 points. And Julius Randle and D'Angelo Russell did put up a good season, but D'Angelo Russell was in the media for a bad reason, and I'm not going to get into that conversation here. It's about basketball. Now, of course, they were looking to obviously shop off D'Angelo Russell, but no any teams that wanted him at that point in time. The Lakers were trash, so it could be easy for them to find a trade target if they got the number 1 or number 2 pick, or even number 3. So at this point in time, the Lakers were at a weird decision with Rob Pelinka and Magic Johnson. That year, though, the Lakers did, after Philadelphia 76ers dropped out to the third pick instead of getting the number 1 pick that year, did end up with the second pick that year. And it was the obvious choice who they were going to take at that point in time to replace D'Angelo Russell, which was in Lonzo Ball. This, at this point in time, was a 2-deal package, Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball. They did, of course, trade away D'Angelo Russell to the Brooklyn Nets for Kyle Kuzma and Brook Lopez. They did end up winning the Summer League, but the most improvement was the Lakers squad themselves, winning 26 games that year, and still Julius Randle was a free agent, so his contract was a big looming decision. Lonzo Ball averaged 9.9 points and did okay for a season, and Brandon Ingram averaged 16 points. But the most improvement of the player was Kyle Kuzma, the guy they traded D'Angelo Russell for, averaging 18 points that season. But they could not escape the Julius Randle trade rumors, all of that going around. The Lakers were going to need to find a way to build their dynasty, as it looked like they had one if it got to stay healthy. But Julius Randle will lead to go to New Orleans, which led to LeBron James sliding into the frame of the New Orleans Pelicans. At this point in time, the Pelicans were at a weird decision, but the Lakers were at the best decision yet. The Lakers just now had got LeBron James, who was 36 at the time, and looked like his window could be closing soon to win a championship. That year they had an abysmal 0-3 record to start the season out, but King James had a plan as the Lakers started to improve in wins and became the 4th seed that year and looked like they can push all the way. The main thing that people didn't notice, which I noticed, was the games where LeBron went out just to take a minute off. The Lakers' Luke Walton coach could not handle the team and know how to play. And it showed factors when LeBron James was injured against the Golden State Warriors, as the Lakers went down from the 4th seed to the 10th seed. And it's really showed how bad of a coach Luke Walton is in general of when a star player leaves your team. Now, of course, the Lakers were in rumors with the AD trade, which eventually did happen. They traded away Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram to the, unfortunately, New Orleans Pelicans, who also just got the number 1 pick, which they could take Zion Williamson. Looking back on it, the Lakers did get great stars. Julius Randle is an all-star and most improved player, same thing with Brandon Ingram. And D'Angelo Russell is an all-star. But looking back on it, it looks like the Pelicans and Lakers did win. They have a championship, the Pelicans have a young team. But looking back on what they got in general in this trade, it looks like, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Do you think the Lakers could be good with this franchise? Let me know down in the comments down below.